Are you a complete beginner to making YouTube videos and you're looking for a very easy, simple lighting setup that's really easy for beginners? That is exactly what I'm going to explain to you guys in this video, and I'm super pumped to do it because actually I'm filming on a very overcast day, and this exact lighting setup I'm going to show you in this video is what's really saving my butt today and being able to still film videos and have really nice, beautiful, light, bright, natural looking lighting. So I'm going to show you exactly how I achieve that, and really having great lighting like what I'm going to show you, it really helps to up your production value of your videos, makes it to feel more high-end, more higher quality, and all of that can actually really help people to watch your videos longer, watch more of your videos, to grow your channel, and all of those things. So I'm really excited to share with you my exact lighting setup, and it's really easy. Trust me, you can do it if you want to, and let's just go ahead and jump into it. The first thing I want to dive into when it comes to lighting for your videos is this concept of having lighting that is consistent. So for me, when I first started making YouTube videos, I actually started out my business as a photographer. So I understood a lot about natural light, how it worked, how beautiful it was, and figured that was the route to go when it came to my videos. And while natural light is really beautiful and you can use it in some of your lighting for your videos, really the main light source you want to have is studio lights or something that's going to be consistent, right? So even when it's an overcast day, like it is today for me, when it's overcast or even sunny, or think about, even when it's partially cloudy, right? The lighting's going to change throughout the day, and the lighting's going to change even throughout the span of maybe 10 or 15 minutes when you're sitting down and filming a video. So if at all possible, it's best to have your main light source be a consistent light source. So for me, what that looks like is my primary light source are studio lights. You want that to be your primary light source. Now, you can use natural light as like your secondary light source. So for example, I have my two studio lights right now set up on either side of me like this, and then over to the left-hand side, I do have a window that's still open and providing some secondary light, providing some fill light to get some of that really beautiful natural light in my video. But the two primary light sources are very consistent. So even as the outdoor lighting changes and fluctuates, these are my main light sources, and it's not going to be very noticeable in my video. Because even when you have like an overcast day, you might think that the lighting is very soft and it's going to be very consistent. But if you notice, and this is something I noticed when I sat down to film a 20-minute video, over the course of that video, every few minutes the lighting would change ever so slightly, where to the human eye, we basically won't even pick up on it, but our cameras will. And so to help combat that, that's why I have those two primary light sources, and then I do still allow some natural light in when I am filming because I do like the look of natural light. And so just as a secondary light source, I do open my windows and do allow that light source to come in. Now, when we talk about primary light sources being your studio lights or a consistent light source, when I talk about that, that means we're gonna have to use artificial lighting, right? We can't use natural light, but we want our artificial light to mimic natural light as much as possible, because natural light just generally looks better, gives a better feel, looks higher end, looks more beautiful. And so there's some studio lights that I use that are more cool toned and not warm toned. We don't want that super warm orangey toned lighting. Like think about maybe, in your home, like in some of your lights or lamps or something along those lines. When you take pictures in front of that or when you're filming with that, your lighting's gonna be very orangey. That's something we don't really want in our videos. So we want to make sure that we have light that's a little bit more cool, and it's going to mimic natural light a little bit better. So I have some studio lights I actually bought from Amazon. They're very inexpensive, very affordable, and very easy to set up for beginners. So I'm actually gonna jump over and show you how I have them set up right now and how to set them up and all of that stuff and my thought process behind setting up my lighting. So if you buy those studio lights that I recommend to on Amazon, they're $58, such a great deal. You'll get 2 packs of these. So this is just like one light set, but you're gonna get 2 of these that come with it. My other one is just set up over here, and I'm gonna explain that more in a second. But so this is what comes with it. So you get a stand for your light, and then you have this little attachment that goes on top of your stand. And this is what you plug into the wall to turn your light on. And then you have a few light bulbs that come with it too, and these just screw in right here. And then it comes with an umbrella too. It just helps to diffuse your light a little bit more, make it a little bit softer. So I'm gonna show you how to set this up. So you're first going to take the light stands, and you're going to put this little attachment piece on top. And let me see if I can show you. It's pretty simple. You just stick it on right here, and then you screw this part here. And then we're gonna take our light bulb here and screw it in to that little attachment piece. It probably has a name, I just don't know what the name is. So we're just gonna go with attachment piece. So once you have that set up, we're gonna put the umbrella in, and it just pops open like this. And you'll want to stick it, there's a little hole. If you look on the little attachment right here, see how there's like a little hole there, and there's a little screwy piece here? So you're gonna make sure this is unscrewed so you can stick your umbrella in. And the umbrella literally just sticks right inside that hole. And then I usually put it about this distance away, like halfway up this bar right here. And then you're just gonna screw this little piece tight right there. And then you've got a nice light. And then you're gonna want to bring the tripod out like this. You can screw the bottom, and then there's a bunch of pieces here where you can unscrew like this right here and then extend it up. I usually only need to extend it up like once, like this. And I put it about, so the light bulb's a little bit taller than me, or it's about where my head is. So I might want to, if I'm sitting down, I'm gonna want it shorter, maybe something like this. And then the last step is just to plug it in. So you just find a plug this in and turn it on. So let me plug it in real quick. And then once it's plugged in, there's just a little switch on the back of your attachment piece right here. And if you switch that on, your light will turn on. Now that we know exactly how to set each light up, I'm gonna show you my thought process on where I'm placing my lights, how I'm setting everything up, and where they are in comparison to where I am sitting when I am filming a video, and also talk about window placement and all of that stuff. So this is where I was sitting earlier when I was filming the beginning part of this video. And so you can see I prefer to film so that the window here is to either the left or the right side of me. That's just what I really prefer. And part of that too is because I wear glasses. And so if I face directly towards either a studio light or a window, it will show a reflection in my glasses. So I am a little more limited in that way. If I was not wearing glasses and I wanted to set this up in a particular way, I would set my chair exactly where it is, but I might put my studio light right in front of my camera to have a nice pop of light, and then I would put one coming in at the side. So you'll see I have two set up here. I have one over here and then one on this side, and I do like to have one that's a little bit closer to wherever I'm sitting and wherever I am filming, one that's a little further away so that the light source is more directional, so that it looks like it's coming from one side, but then we're just adding a little pop of light coming from over here so that the shadows aren't super, super dark on my face. Again, the reason why I have a bunch of light over here, I have the window open here, and then a light on this side, mainly because of the window. If I wasn't wearing glasses, I would, let me come around this way. So I have the window open here. This is where I am usually sitting. And so the camera would be right here. I would put my light like literally right here. So I would set it like there and have it more in front of me. And then I would keep that light over off. So this would be like my primary studio light, and that would be my main direction of light, like my main light source. And then this would add a little pop over on this side so that my shadows on my face aren't super, super dark. And then I do have the window light open. Like I mentioned, these are my primary light sources. So we want my studio lights to be the main light source that is going to be on my face, that is going to be lighting me. But I do have the window open because I do like it as a secondary light source, just add a little bit of fill light and make it look a little bit more lighter and more natural. And so that's my next tip for you guys, is to make sure that to have that secondary light source be natural light, turn off all of your artificial lights that are not studio lights. So for example, like I have a lamp on my desk, I have a hanging lamp over here, and both of those are turned off while I am filming so that those studio lights are my primary light source. And then I open my windows, open all the windows, so I have as much secondary natural light as possible. So hopefully that makes sense. I also want to show you guys what I meant by when I have two studio lights on either side, how one is going to be closer and it's going to be more directional, and then how the other one's adding a little pop of light. So this is what it looks like when I am filming normally when I have both of those lights on. And then this is what it looks like when I have that other studio light that's a little further away from my camera turned off. See how the shadows on my face, on this side of my face, are just super, super dark? So you want to make sure that you're lighting as much as your face and that it's not too harsh. That's what I just prefer for my videos. I think it looks more natural. But if I were to have that studio light like right next to my camera at the same distance as the other one, it would look pretty much identical, and it wouldn't have as much, it wouldn't look as professional or as high of a production value because it wouldn't have one direction of light. So let me show you what I mean by that. I'm gonna move that studio light closer and show you. So now that studio light is actually about the same distance on either side, and you can see my face looks a little bit more flat, so like there isn't as much dimension to it. I do still have the window open, which helps this side to be just a tiny bit lighter than the other side, but for my personal taste, I like this light over here just to be a little further away so you can tell there's a little bit more dimension to my face. And the other thing I'll mention too here that you're probably noticing, because this light's a lot closer, you can see like the reflection of the light in my glasses. So if you do wear glasses and film videos, that's why I have my lights off to the side a little bit more. If you don't wear glasses, like if you prefer to not wear glasses when you're filming, or you just don't wear glasses, this is about the setup that I would do. I would bring this light, push it back where it was, where I prefer, go back, reset, go back to the setup that I like to personally film with. And then the light that I had sitting right next to the window, I bring just a little bit closer. So let me show you guys what it looks like. So this is what it looks like when I have the light literally sitting right next to the camera where I'm filming, the one that was originally next to the window, and the other light is pushed back. So this is honestly what I would prefer to film with, but as you'll see, if I put on my glasses, you can see a really bad reflection from the studio light right here, so that's why I push it over just a little bit more. But hopefully that helped you get an idea of where to place the lights and like my thought process on having good lighting and like where I might put things. One last thing I want to mention is that these are the light bulbs that come with the studio lights. But something that I did recently that I'm actually filming with right now is I bought these really big bulbs. And yes, it looks a little bit crazy. I didn't even realize how big these were until I got them in the mail, and I was like, whoa, these are really big. But they're definitely worth it. The brightness of these are just so much better than the ones that come with the studio lights. And so these are actually, I use these bulbs that came with it for like over a year. So they get the job done. They do a really, really good job. But if you're looking, maybe you're in a darker space or you want something for when it's a little bit darker outside and you need a little just extra pop of light, this does a really, really good job, and I think they're about $50 for 4 of these bulbs, so you have a couple of backups in case you break some, because I've definitely broken some before, so I definitely need backups. But these have been really awesome. I'm filming them with them for the first time today, and the light looks really, really good. So if you want to just start with the ones that come with the lights, you can totally do that. But if you're looking to bump it up a notch, these also are working really, really well for me, and they're a little bit brighter than the ones that come with it. And of course, we will have all of this stuff linked in the description, the studio lights, the big bulbs, all of that stuff, if you're curious of what I am using and you want to grab it for yourself. If you're looking for other ways to grow your YouTube channel, I actually have a video I created recently all about how to start a YouTube channel in 2021 and my strategies for what I'm doing right now to grow as a small YouTuber in 2021. So we'll have a link to that right here in the description if you want to hop on over and check it out and tune in to that video as well. I think you'll really, really love it. And thank you just so much for hanging out. I hope this video was really, really helpful. If you have any other questions about lighting, if you have any other questions about how to film YouTube videos, how to grow a YouTube channel, creating video, all of that stuff, it's stuff I really, really like to talk about. So of course, hit subscribe, but also drop your questions down below. I am in the comment section a lot in my videos, and I would love to make sure that I am connecting with you guys and answering any questions that you have, especially when a new video comes out. I'm responding very quickly to any new comments that come in for that video. So I would love to chat with you guys if you have any other questions that I can help with. But otherwise, I will see you guys in next week's video on Tuesday noon Eastern Standard Time. Bye guys!